Hey guys, welcome back to the GG Calibius channel on the YouTube, where we are going through our original StarCraft playthrough right now. Let's go ahead and jump right back into things. Last video I completed the Wasteland starter campaign video, or level I should say, and we are moving on now to the Backwater Station. So just as before, I may or may not talk through the little bit of video intro they got here. You know what, I'm going to shut up. I bet you can hear this.
Incoming transmission. Comlink established.
Hey,
And lore is nice.
got your refugees tucked in nice and tight. Provided you can sidestep any more surprises from our Confederate friends and we can keep them away from those critters, they should have an easy time.
Priority alert. Backwater station under attack by unknown alien organisms. Distress beacon activated at 0658. Alerting Confederate headquarters on Tarsonis. Stand by for incoming transmission.
Uh-oh.
We've already received the distress beacon from Backwater, and we'll take care of it. You just sit tight. You'll be notified if there's anything we think you need to know.
Damn! Listen, if we wait for Confederate reinforcements, that station's dust. I'll head out there now and do what I can. You send in some militia, and we'll save those folks. Trust me.
Alright, trust Raynor. That's kind of the good way to go in this game. Alright, our objectives this time around are eradicate the alien infestation, and, as always, Raynor must survive, because as we discussed before, without Raynor there is no StarCraft 2 and Heart of the Swarm, but that is significantly later down the road, so let's go ahead and get this thing started off.
Glad to see you, boys. Time to kick some
Alright.
serious butt.
Nice, tidy little base. This is the way I like it, where I've got my barracks kind of towards the open forefront and my supply depots and whatnot a little closer into the back and in a more protected area. We're going to go ahead and start harvesting before we do anything, and we're going to build 2 more SCVs right away, as well as just a couple of Marines to kind of get us going, utilize our opening resources.
Right on.
But with this additional SCV, what I'll be able to do is build a Vespene gas refinery, which is a good thing, and the other currency that I need to have, as well as allowing me to harvest everything else at maximum potential. The bottom line is SCVs are a good thing to have and a just terrifically horrible thing to waste. So this little guy is going to come up this way, and we're going to see what it's going to require us to build the refinery. That is 100 of these credits here, so it's going to be just a moment. I do have 3 harvesting these fields out right now, so that'll be up in no time. And that is, of course, again, a good thing. I'm going to start adding Marines in right away. That way we can go ahead and just end this little infestation, this Zerg infestation, just as quickly as possible. Okay, and we are ready to build that refinery. And the game nicely tells me where a refinery should be appropriately placed, mind you.
This should be good.
We're going to go ahead and start branching out just a little bit, because, God, do I hate sitting around. And we do have some units to utilize. As long as we play fairly conservatively, Raynor will survive. I have plenty of SCVs in the area that are able to heal him and repair him. And so that is always an important thing to be able to utilize properly as well. And now once this guy builds this refinery up, he should start with the harvest of that Vespene gas right away, which is a good thing. I'm going to lose just a couple of Marines here, I'm willing to venture. Yep, there's 1 down, 2 down,
Sounds fun.
and there we go. 2, I might have lost 3, I don't really remember who's keeping count anyway. Well, the game at the end of things, but, you know, that's kind of how they roll. These guys I got to be just a little more careful of. I definitely don't want to lose Raynor at all, because, God, what a chump if I've got to start this thing over right away on the 2nd level. You know, I mean, I recognize I suck, but these old RTSs used to be my bag at one point when I had significantly less of a social life. Not that I've got a great one now, but I had the ability to sit and play video games a little bit more. And God, do I really miss those days. Just so happy. I built a couple more of those SCV units. Gotta have those around.
Not enough
Oops,
minerals.
get 1 and 2 Marines coming there. I'm gonna have this guy break off for a moment and actually give Raynor his little bit of a heal boost there. As long as you keep this guy going, he is very nice to have in your unit set because he's very, very tanky and will engage the enemy first. So they're gonna go ahead and spend the majority of their focus on him, which is bad for no one. In this case, it'll keep your Marines alive a lot longer. And that is a very, very necessary function.
You want a piece of me, boy? Reporting for duty.
Alright, let's take a look at this guy here, see what he can do. So we can do another command center, which we don't need. Supply depot, refinery, engineering bay, and a barracks. I'm going to do an engineering bay in just a moment for fun here. Again, not something I really need at this point of the functionality. You can see there is a another fount of Vespene gas here, so if I do need it in the future, I can go ahead and start harvesting on there, as well as another mineral field for me. And as soon as this guy that I've currently got highlighted drops his load off, I'm going to actually have him work on that
Not enough minerals.
engineering bay. And right here, there he goes. Alright. He's going to go ahead and get that done for us, so that will be awesome. I'm going to take these other couple of Marines here that I just kicked off, and we're going to go and start eradicating things, because that's just the way I like to do it. Here we go. More Zerglings incoming. Let's waste them. Get him, Raynor. Get him. Yeah, there he goes.
This should be good.
And we're going to go ahead and jump up in this little platform here. There's probably something up this way for me to kill. Maybe if I get lucky, even a little. Oh yes, the remnants of a Zergling base. Good, 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 good. Let's start wasting them. I'm going to lose Marines, and I'm not terrifically worried about that again. Alright, blowing through it like nobody's business. We'll go ahead and get that creep colony taken care of. You can see the creep spread all over the place here. Looks significantly better in the new StarCraft games. It's actually kind of alive, as you know the idea was, but the textures weren't necessarily there when this game was released. But still, highly enjoyable. I'm actually going to bring, I'll probably keep these forces right here actually, and just spawn off some new troops to come into the area and reinforce. I'm not really a big fan of recalling very often if I can avoid it. I got 2 guys in the Vespene gas. I'm going to get 4 guys working on these mineral fields right now. Let's see, I can upgrade infantry weapons and infantry armor. We'll probably go with weaponry first. As soon as those last couple of minerals come in, and then what I actually need to do is start looking at, since I'm up in this area, is hoping to see that there's more minerals sitting around, because my fields are going to become depleted fairly quickly here. And it looks like there's some infested
but they could be pretty useful.
or old colonies in the area. Oh,
Thanks for the rescue. We've been holed up in these bunkers for days hiding from the Zerg. Roger that.
Need a
Right away, sir.
look at that. Here we go. I all of a sudden have more troops at my disposal and a second base, which requires me to not make an expansion right away. I have my fire bat troops, which are awesome. I'm actually going to have those guys go ahead and get right back into the bunkers and ready to go here. You can see right off from this little edge of my mini map here, there are some Zergs just sitting out there waiting for me. And up in this area, I have an academy which will allow me to research stim packs and, oh yes, increase my marine target attack range, which again is a kind of a good deal to have. I got Raynor hiding behind a tree here. I'm going to just always have Raynor under control 1. Usually he would be under a different subgroup. But in this case, I'm not really going to go with a multiple set of attack groups. I'm just going to roll with the one. And now that my mineral production is getting to be fairly high, I can start focusing on building out more troops. Here I can build a comsat station onto my base, which is a good thing to have. And did I say I have here? But I'm about to have a second barracks. I want one a little more on the forefront, so that I will be able to go and eradicate those Zerglings through just a little bit better. So anybody out watching this right now, why don't you go ahead and throw me some kind of a comment or a note or a video response just on what are your favorite style of RTSs. I shouldn't even say style, because RTS is RTS. But which of the RTSs were you into maybe back in the day a little bit? Was it the StarCraft, Command and Conquer, maybe the Warcraft was your thing? Which one, which of the series of all of those games was kind of your favorite or least favorite, or why? I've got a lot of my own opinions on that matter, but quite frankly, I can hear myself talk anytime I want to, so I'm much more interested in what anybody else has to say, and I can train fire bats, which I'm not a huge fan of at this point in the game, so I'm going to actually not utilize them for anything right now. But I am going to work on building up a bit of a strike group right here and taking out this Zerg base. And there should be, I believe, one more base in the corner and one more base down here, if my very, very ancient memory is serving me correctly in that knowledge. Don't have anybody left in there. Good. And we're building stuff, and we are happy. And I'm at 20 of 36 on my supply depots, so I should be in good shape there for a little while.
You want a piece of me, boy?
But I'm actually going to take and build another supply depot right back here right now. Get this guy back and harvesting again.
Complete.
And I have upgraded my ammunition, so now I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my armor, my unit armor. Get that done, get that taken care of. How are my minerals down here? My mineral field down there is getting pretty depleted. I've still got a good chunk up here waiting and ready to go. I think we've maybe got enough troops up here. I'm going to vacate these 3 fire bat troops and have them come out and start raising a little bit of ruckus. Kind of unnecessary sacrifice. Oh, jeez. Unit collision in these games is kind of ridiculous sometimes. Here, let's help this guy. Let's make him a doorway. There we go. Definitely got to pay attention to that. It will kill you a lot later on. I'm going to go ahead and have these guys raise just a little bit of ruckus right now. Let's see if they can get around. Alright, well, that was kind of a waste of my guys, but it did clear out, as you can see, all of the Zergs in that area. It kind of brought them back up into the firing range of my other guys. So we laid down a little bit of literal fire, and then we laid down some cover fire. Unfortunately, the incendiary troops were laid quite handily to waste, but again, they were severely outnumbered, and, you know, they knew that going in. They're an elite force. What do they expect? We're going to break out these last couple of Zergies here. Knock them down, because the swarm ain't no thing when it comes to my Terran troops. Rainer's just kind of chilling out in the back there like he tends to do again with that unit collision. I like to have Rainer a little more towards the forefront so he can tank these mobs out for me like he's doing right here. Try and draw their attention a little bit before they get on my other guys. We're going to start just pushing aggressively and heavily in because, let's face it, I've spent way more time on level 2 of this game than I needed to, but I kind of like just hanging out and doing this, so I'm not really too worried about the amount of time I'm actually spending on these things. Alright, I've cleared everything out that way. It is time to go up top. Yeah, I think there's another base in here, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. Yeah, I'm kind of outnumbered going in this way. If I can take out just a couple of these things here, that'll make my life significantly easier. Good. Good. And I'm actually going to withdraw my troops.
This should be good.
Have them pull back.
Oh, yeah.
Up and into this area a little bit. Rejoin with some of my new Marines. Make sure I'm getting new Marines going, as I have plenty of resources. And I'm actually going to have these guys knock off this Vespine business and start getting into this mineral farming here.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Alright, we have more and more Marines coming all the time. And this guy needs to get harvesting something too. Gotta get those Marines. Get them. Now with all of these barracks here, I should be pumping out units pretty darn quickly, and I really am, so that is a good thing.
Go.
Do I need all these barracks? No. Do I like them all? Yes. Do I keep building them? It's just kind of my way of doing things. Old habits die.
Upgrade complete.
Very hard. And yes, down here we completed the last little bit of stuff we need here. And what's cool with this scanner sweep up here is that it will allow me to see an area of the map that I was not able to see before for a certain duration of time. I forget how long exactly, but it gives me a little bit of a peek at the into the fog of war or undiscovered areas,
Commander.
whichever happens to be applicable in that case. Well, I should actually have enough guys at this point to go and start laying waste to that base, so let's go ahead and do that and get this done and over with and on to the next thing. I'm going to continue pumping out Marines anyway, because why not? To me, it's always better to end a mission with an excessive amount of resources than to end them barely dry. I really like to win. When you win, you should win and not kind of scrape by. Though, in instances where my other option is to lose, I'm okay with just scraping by. Come on, guys, you gotta shoot this stuff, because Rainer's starting to get about that half health range. I really don't like that. We need to break down these last couple of buildings, get these taken care of here, and then we will call this a GG and a full-on win, and we will move on with our happy little lives and get on to the next mission.
Command center. Whatever it is, it ain't natural. Burn it, boys.
Burn it, boys. That's what they're doing, Jimmy. That's what they're doing. We're about halfway down right now. I'm going to bring these other Marines into the fold. Hopefully they can figure out how to get into this area. They are Marines after all. They should be able to figure out how to get from one spot to the next. But we'll see. In a world where Marines got truly lost.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Oh, what
Marshal
happened?
Rayner, by destroying a vital Confederate installation, you and your men have violated standing colonial law. As of right now, you're all under arrest. I suggest you throw down your weapons and come peaceably.
Are you out of your mind?
What a dick.
If we hadn't burned that damn factory, this entire colony could have been overrun. Maybe if you hadn't taken your sweet time in getting here.
Now, I asked you nice the first time, boy. I didn't come here to talk with you. Now throw down them weapons.
Guess you wouldn't be a Confederate if you weren't a complete pain in the ass.
Oh, that's what happens when accountants run the war. They don't care if their building's being utilized by the enemy or not. If it's on paper as an asset, it's an asset. Alright guys, well, that was a little bit of a nice run here, so thank you all for joining me today. Again, check out the linked up videos that I will have in this video to the StarCraft 2 and future Heart of the Swarm playthroughs over on the GG Kowalski channel, and stay tuned here for more StarCraft, the Brood Wars, and whatever else I actually feel like playing at the time. That might be, honestly, it could be League of Legends, it could be Terraria, it could be Doom 3, it could be Warcraft 3. I seriously am playing whatever strikes me until somebody tells me that they would like to see something in particular. Because until I hear that, yeah, it's my channel. So enjoy or don't. But watch anyway. Alright, take care everybody. We'll catch you next time. Thank you.